Hello and welcome to Crucial 360 News. I'm Amy Johnson. A grave warning tonight from Nigeria. A coalition of civil society groups and a former electoral chief are sounding the alarm over alleged plans by the United States and France to seek new military basing in the region. This comes as the two Western powers face an increasingly hostile environment and are withdrawing troops from the conflict-ravaged Sahel region of West Africa after a wave of anti-democratic coups by juntas aligning with Russia's Wagner Mercenary Group. In an open letter to Nigerian President Bola Tinubu and the National Assembly, the coalition accuses the U.S. and France of lobbying countries in the Gulf of Guinea, especially Nigeria, to redeploy forces expelled from nations like Mali and Burkina Faso. The signatories provided no direct evidence, but warned that hosting foreign military bases could divert state funds from vital services like education and healthcare. They also allege a potential U.S. base in northern Nigeria could worsen regional tensions, environmental damage, and increase the economic burden on local populations already suffering a high cost of living crisis. This coalition is urging Nigerian authorities to reject any such overtures from Washington and Paris. While analysts view these specific allegations as likely politically motivated hearsay for now, there is an acknowledgement that the U.S. and France may indeed angle for new basing options in Nigeria as their counterterrorism campaigns falter against Islamist militants and they lose existing footholds across the Sahel. However, major concerns were raised over the potential domestic impacts and risks of inflaming regional instability that could accompany hosting foreign troops. This warning comes as the security situation across Africa's Sahel region faces deepening turmoil and upheaval. A new report from the Institute for Economics and Peace shows terrorist attacks and deaths have skyrocketed by a staggering 2,000% over the past 15 years, despite major deployments by the U.S., France, the UN, and other international forces. The data ranks Burkina Faso as the nation most impacted by terrorism, with Mali 3rd, Nigeria 8th, and Niger at number 10. The findings indicate armed jihadist groups like Al-Qaeda and ISIS have only grown more emboldened, strengthening territorial control in recent years even as Western counterterrorism operations intensified. This breakdown is exemplified by the recent wave of military coups in Mali, Burkina Faso, and Niger overthrowing democratically elected governments this year. The juntas swiftly expelled French forces and UN peacekeepers upon seizing power, instead forging new security pacts with Russia's Wagner Mercenary Group. Just this week, Wagner mercenaries engaged in heavy clashes with a Malian army near a former French base as they oversaw the withdrawal of UN peacekeepers. In the capital Bamako, angry protesters set fires at the French embassy, accusing their former colonial ruler of trying to destabilize the country while shouting pro-Russian slogans. The rapidly deteriorating situation in the Sahel has prompted major concerns over Russia's expanding influence via Wagner's unchecked forces perpetuating violence, rights abuses, and fueling instability for profit across a wide swath of Africa. The fear is that rather than providing stability, Wagner's entrance will escalate the region toward total anarchy and a dangerous new proxy war between global powers. With the U.S. and French military withdrawing amid public distrust after years of failures, containing Wagner's destabilizing spread while preventing the Sahel from plunging into an even deadlier conflict zone is emerging as an urgent crisis. This is the truth about the impossible choice Nigeria faces. Either partner with failing Western forces that enabled the rise of Boko Haram through incompetence or accept the Faustian bargain of Wagner's unchecked savagery to conquer their enemy. We'll continue to monitor these critical developments across Africa and bring further analysis as the situation unfolds. I'm Amy Johnson for Crucial 360 News.